Hi, welcome to some new content from Trucking TV. Over coming weeks, we'll be looking at drivers' viewpoints on the industry you work in. And if you have a story to tell, we'd really like to hear from you. Today, we're talking with driver Hannah Peate, who's been driving heavy goods vehicles for over 10 years, but gave up tramping after 4 years. Here's her story. Hannah, you've been doing this for a long time.
I have indeed, yes, 10 years nearly.
Right. And you've done continental?
I did 3 years of continental work as a double man team with my husband.
Since then?
That was good fun.
Yeah.
Since then, I did a bit of tramping, and now I've gone back to just doing nights, so I'm home every day.
You're home every day. How long were you tramping for?
I did tramping for maybe 4 years in total.
Right, so that's not sort of dipping your toe, it's actually getting right in there and doing it, isn't it?
Oh yes, yeah, definitely. I think you've got to with tramping, because obviously you're away, from your families all week, so you've just got to get stuck in with it and get it done and get home safely at the weekends.
Now, from our previous conversations, I know that you really made a decision to quit tramping because you felt things were too, difficult, too dangerous? Tell me a bit about that decision.
I decided to stop tramping. The main reason was it's just getting too dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary to be in the truck on your own all week, but with all these thefts that are happening and break-ins and drivers getting attacked, I just had to make that instant decision, do I want to be home every night safely, or do I want to be out all week and risk being attacked or having stuff nicked out of the truck? And it's just a safety factor. That was it. I didn't want to put myself through any of that danger. I don't think anybody should. Your no load is worth a life. It's a life that you're messing with. So I'd rather just get home safely every night, and that's me done. I don't need to do tramping anymore.
Right. And I mean, you saw quite a lot of stuff up close, didn't you, when you were on truck parks and stuff?
Yes, you get the vans and the cars driving around, which you just think, anybody would just think is normal. But when you're a truck driver, you're just always on high alert. Is that van driving around this park looking for its next victim? And then your head just goes into overdrive. You can't sleep, and you're meant to be sleeping because you've got a 15-hour day ahead of you. So that all comes into it as well. You're frightened to get out in case you get attacked. So even if you do hear anything, you can't jump out because it could be you versus 8 men.
Yeah.
So you have to either ring the police, which 9 times out of 10 they'll give you a crime reference number, but police a lot of the time don't actually attend the scene. Mm-hmm. So you can't win. You're stuck in the middle.
When you look at what drivers have to put up with, I mean, we look at this one in a kind of clear way and say that the main problem seems to be really just with the parking facilities. They want to charge you loads of money, and they don't seem to want to provide you with any level of service.
No, they're charging you this fee, which could be up to £40 a night. I know Thurrock is £35.50. Mm-hmm. They don't have overnight security. You just parked up in this lorry park and you just left to it. They don't have, CCT everywhere. They do have certain cameras, but it's not covering the areas where it should be. They're more interested in catching you going out if you don't pay, whereas, they should be looking after the people who are paying this amount of money each night, but they don't have anything like that. They don't have security walking around, and even if some of these sites that do have 24 hours security, it's still not making the truck drivers safe, because there's still break-ins happening and loads that are being stolen. So it's not working how it should be working.
So what do we actually need to do? Tell me what would actually make you, as a driver, regardless of male or female, what would make you feel secure?
I think the parking areas for trucks should be fenced off. So nobody else can get into them except for truck drivers. I think it should be barriered, and you need a code either to get in or out with a vehicle. 24-hour patrol, even if it's canine patrol, you've got the extra safety there. But all these factors cost money, which, they don't want to pay out. But I really do think it needs to be fenced off, a barrier put in place with a code for the driver to get in, and 24 hours secure, like a security person there on site for 24 hours overnight.
Because the thing that gets to me from what you've said and from what other drivers have said to us, actually having any vehicle able to go into that parking area seems to be ridiculous, doesn't it?
Yeah. Anyone can get into the truck parks at the minute. It's free for all. But if they were to put in a barrier in place, I definitely think it would put people off trying to get in. Right. Truck parks in Germany, if you go into them, there's some where you have to stop at the barrier, put in all your details, how long you're staying for, and they will give you a specific parking spot to park in, and it is secure all night with cameras at all angles. They have guards walking around, the police often come through just to check on the truck drivers. They don't check for anything else. They just check on the truck drivers. The German police they see the drivers as professional drivers, and they say that they are their number one priority overnight. So why can't this happen in the UK? If Germany, Belgium, France can do it, why can't we do it?
The other question I want to ask on that one really is just, when you look at those sites in Germany, I know there's some similar ones in Holland as well. When you look at those sites, how much do they cost in comparison to British parking sites?
You never pay any more than €15, and then you get a voucher for €15 back to spend on food.
Right.
They're very cheap out there. Right. There's a lot of free parking areas over there where they don't charge you anything, but they're still providing you with the facilities like the showers, the toilets. Right. It's over there. They've just seemed to be so much more advanced than the UK. It's honestly, it's unbelievable. Poland's the same. Poland have parking areas that are safe, that they have the security 24/7. They have the free showers, the free toilets. Why can't they do that over here in the UK? If you think about how much lorries are on the road in the UK, you would think that they would like to cater for us more and help and protect us because of what we do, but they just don't seem bothered at all. They just want to take your money and just leave you to it, and that's it.
What would make you go back to tramping? Is it something you would ever consider if things got better, or are you just finding your life much better now?
If things got better and, security-wise did improve at these truck stops and parking areas, then I would definitely consider going back tramping, because, I love tramping. I did it with my dad. The school holidays, we used to go out with my dad for the week. It's I'm basically bred to do, because I've taken over from my dad, driving. So, it's in my blood, and I would definitely go back tramping if they were to make the security better, and so my family at home know that I am going to be safe parked up in these parking areas.
If you have a story to tell that brings home the reality of an HGV driver's life, if you want to talk about conditions or situations that confront you at work, get in touch. I'd really like to hear from you. I'm Chris, this is Trucking TV, and I hope I'll see you soon. Like the man said, take care out there.